What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another new video on the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you the top 10 best Zero to Hero anime list. And if you guys like the video, don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel. Also, join on my Discord server, link in the description. Anyway, let's start the video.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Number 10, Hero Man. Joey is an orphan living with his grandmother in Center City of the west coast of the United States of America. Joey, like any other boy his age, is interested in robots and gadgets and dreams about owning a particular toy robot called a Heibo. Heibos have a very advanced mechanisms and controls, but with great mechanisms comes a great price. The robot is too expensive for Joey, whose only source of income is a part-time job at a restaurant, and he needs that money to help support himself and his grandmother. One day, when Joey is on his way home from school, he happens upon a couple of bullies who are playing around with a Heibo. Long story short, the bullies manage to get the robot run over by a car, and Joey retrieves the wreckage from a trash can. Once home, Joey fixes the robot and names him Hero Man. Later that night, a thunderstorm results in Hero Man getting wet and improbably struck by lightning. The result is amazing. Hero Man grows massive, he gets emblazoned with colors of the American flag, and he responds to Joey's commands. At the same time in space, an alien race called the Scrug is preparing an invasion of Earth. Now it's up to Joey and Hero Man to save Earth. Number 9. Buso Renken. The story begins when the high school student Kazuki Muto is killed one night saving a mysterious girl from a monster, only to wake up in his school dorm, believing it to have been a dream. However, he soon finds out that the dream wasn't a dream at all when a giant serpentine monster attacks him and his sister. Tokiko Samara, the girl he saved, explains that the monster is homunculus. Kazuki had been attacked and killed by it when he was rescuing her. However, she, feeling responsible for him, revived him. She did so by placing a Kakugane medallion in his chest, serving as a replacement heart. The Kakugane, as Tokiko explains, is an alchemical device that when activated takes a certain form based on the Kakugane's user, forming a unique Buso Renken. The Buso Renken is the only thing that can destroy a homunculus monster. Using this, Kazuki creates his own Buso Renken, the Sunlight Heart, a huge lance, along with Tokiko and her own Buso Renken, the Valkyrie Skirt, an execution scythe. Kazuki joins the fight against the homunculi and their master. Number 8. History's strongest disciple Kenichi. Second Lieutenant Kei Agamaki, the son of a famous general, has hidden his extreme fear of paranormal beings all of his life. However, when he and 2 other officers are reassigned to live and work with Yukai in the Ministry of Spirit Affairs, he is brought face to face with his worst nightmare. Now, with the help of the fox spirit Kushimatsu, he and his fellow officers must learn to work alongside yokai maidens Zakuro, Suzuki Hotaru, Huzuki, and Bombori to solve paranormal cases. Set in the midst of an alternate version of Japanese westernization, Otome Yukai Zakuro explores the clashes and unions that can occur when East meets West, local meets foreign, and women meet men. The unusual alliance of the Yukai maidens and human officers must learn to work together in a world that is changing around them. Number 7. Dead Man Wonderland. It looked like it would be a normal day for Ganta Igarashi and his classmates. They were preparing to go on a class field trip to a certain prison amusement park called Dead Man Wonderland, where the convicts perform dangerous acts for the onlookers' amusement. However, Ganta's life is quickly turned upside down when his whole class gets massacred by a mysterious man in red. Framed for the incident and sentenced to death, Ganta is sent to the very jail he was supposed to visit. But Ganta's nightmare is only just beginning. The young protagonist is thrown into a world of sadistic inmates and enigmatic powers to live in constant fear of the lethal collar placed around his neck that is slowed only by winning in prison's deathly games. Ganta must bet his life to survive in a ruthless place where it isn't always easy to tell friend from foe, all while trying to find the mysterious Red Man and clear his name in Dead Man Wonderland. Number 6. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? Life in this bustling city of Arario is never dull, especially for Bel Crenel, a naive young man who has hopes to become the greatest adventurer in the land. After a chance encounter with the lonely goddess Hestia, his dreams become a little closer to reality. With her support, Bel embarks on a fantastic quest as he ventures deep within the city's monster-filled catacombs, known only as the Dungeon. Death lurks around every corner in the cavernous depths of this terrifying labyrinth, and a mysterious power moves amidst the shadows. Even on the surface, survival is a hard-earned privilege. Indeed, nothing is ever certain in a world where gods and humans live and work together, especially when they often struggle to get along. One thing is for sure though, a myriad of blunders, triumphs, and friendships await the dauntlessly optimistic protagonist of this Herculean tale. Number 5. Fighting Spirit. Makunouchi Ippo has been bullied his entire life, constantly running errands and being beaten up by his classmates. Ippo has always dreamed of changing himself, but never really has the passion to act upon it. One day, in the midst of yet another bullying, Ippo is saved by Takamura Momuro, who happens to be a boxer. Ippo faints from his injuries and is brought to the Kamagawa boxing gym to recover. As he regains consciousness, he is awed and amazed at his new surroundings in the gym, though lacks confidence to attempt anything. Takamura places a photo of Ippo's classmates on a punching bag and forces him to punch it. It's only then that Ippo feels something stir inside him and eventually asks Takamura to train him in boxing. Thinking that Ippo does not have what it takes, Takamura gives him a task deemed impossible and gives him a 1-week time limit. With a sudden desire to get stronger for himself and his hard-working mother, Ippo trains relentlessly to accomplish the task within the time limit. Thus, Ippo's journey to the top of the boxing world begins. Number 4. Fate/Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works. The Holy Grail War is a battle royale among 7 magi who serve as masters. Masters, through the use of command seals they are given when they enter the war, command heroic spirits known as servants to fight for them in battle. In the 5th Holy Grail War, Rin Tosaka is among the magi entering the competition. With her servant, Archer, she hopes to obtain the ultimate prize, the Holy Grail, a magical artifact capable of granting its wielder any wish. One of Rin's classmates, Emira Shiro, accidentally enters the competition and ends up commanding a servant of her own known as Saber. As they find themselves facing mutual enemies, Rin and Shiru decide to form a temporary alliance as they challenge their opponents in the Holy Grail War. Number 3. Gurren Lagann. Simon and Kamina were born and raised in a deep underground village hidden from the fabled surface. Kamina is a free-spirited, loose cannon bent on making a name for herself, while Simon is a timid young boy with no real aspirations. One day, while excavating the earth, Simon stumbles upon a mysterious object that turns out to be the ignition key to an ancient artifact of war, which the duo dubs Lagann. Using their new weapon, Simon and Kamina fend off a surprise attack from the surface with the help of Yoko Littner. Yoko is a hot-blooded redhead wielding a massive gun who wanders the world above. In the aftermath of the battle, the sky is now a plain view, prompting Simon and Kamina to set off on a journey alongside Yoko to explore the wastelands of the surface. Soon, they join the fight against the Beastmen, humanoid creatures that terrorize the remnants of humanity, and powerful robots called gunmen. Although they face some challenges and setbacks, the trio bravely fights these new enemies alongside other survivors to reclaim the surface, while slowly unraveling a galaxy-sized mystery. Number 2. Katekyo Hitman Reborn. There's no putting it lightly. Tsunayoshi Sawad is just no good. He's clumsy, talentless, and desperately in love with the school idol Kyoko Sasagawa, a girl so completely out of his league. Dubbed Loser Suna by his classmates, he seems to be the very personification of failure, in the guise of a middle schooler. Suna's boring life takes an extraordinary twist when he encounters the mysterious Reborn, who happens to be a hitman, and shockingly a baby, sent from the strongest mafia family in Italy. Reborn is assigned to the daunting mission of preparing the dull middle schooler to succeed in the ninth boss of the notorious Vongola family, who is on the brink of retirement. The dull boy has a grueling road ahead, but with the help of his new criminal affiliates and his peculiar home tutor, perhaps even loser Suna, can achieve greatness. Number 1. Code Geass. In the year 2010, the Holy Empire of Britannia is establishing itself as a dominant military nation, starting with the conquest of Japan. Renamed to Area 11 after its swift defeat, Japan has seen significant resistance against these tyrants in an attempt to regain independence. Lelouch Lamperouche, a Britannian student, unfortunately finds himself caught in a crossfire between the Britannian and the Area 11 rebel armed forces. He is able to escape, however, thanks to the timely appearance of a mysterious girl named Cece, who bestows upon him Geass, the power of kings. Realizing the vast potential of his newfound power of absolute obedience, Lelouch embarks upon a perilous journey as the masked vigilant known as Zero, leading a merciless onslaught against Britannia in order to get revenge once and for all. Well, this was today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel. Also, enter on my Discord server. The link will be in the description of the video. Anyway, see you in the next video.